My dear Christian, I will talk in a very, very important topic. Watching this video and achieving what I will say now is very, very important. Watching this video and achieving what I will say now is a matter of life or death. For that, I want you to hear me very well. Hear me with your heart. Don't hear me with your ears. I'm sure if you hear me with your heart, my talking will penetrate your heart, because most of Christians are not arrogant, are not proud. If they know the correct way, they walk in the correct way. If they hear the correct advice, they follow the correct advice. I will talk about very great and incredible scientific miracles in the Holy Quran and Sunnah for 5 or 6 minutes. Hear me very well, and then you are free. The God said in Surah eltharyat in chapter number 27, in verse number 47, and we constructed the heaven with strength, and indeed, and we will keep expanding. And we constructed the heaven with strength, and indeed, and we will keep expanding. Which means that the God said that He will keep expand the heaven until the last day. How the Prophet Muhammad knew this very important fact? The recent science proves that the heaven expands with a very high velocity, which reaches 30,000 light years every 1 second, because there are 275 million stars are created or born every day. For that, the heaven has to be expanded to accommodate these huge numbers of stars. And if the heaven doesn't expand, the university will be burst. How the Prophet Muhammad knew that? How he knew that the heaven expands from more than 1,400 years, and he was an illiterate man, can read and can write? Did he say that from himself, or the God inspired that to him and teach him that? Very great miracle which pushes hundreds of Christians to convert to Islam. Another very great miracle. The Prophet Muhammad said in the hadith, if the fly fall in the vessel, dip all of it and then remove it, that one of its wings is a disease and the other is a treatment. The recent science proves that one of the wings of the fly contains antibiotics. For that, the Prophet Muhammad ordered us, if the fly falls in the vessel, to dip all of it. When you dip all of it, it will drop these antibiotics from the second wing, and it will kill the parasites which fall from the first wing. And it will pure and clean the vessel. There are more than great study in USA and Australia proved this very, very important fact. For the level that they are now produce antibiotics for the treatment of many diseases from the body of the fly. But the Prophet Muhammad said that from more than 1,400 years about the body of the fly. Very great miracle which pushes hundreds of Christians to convert to Islam. Another very great miracle. The Prophet Muhammad said in the hadith, every human being is created about 360 joined, and he has to offer every day a charity or donation for every joint. His friends said to him, it's too hard to make that. He said to them, if you pray 2 rakas in the early morning, it will be equivalent for all that. The recent science proves that every one of us is created about 360 joined, like Muhammad said, from more than 1,200 years. And this fact was discovered from a few years only. How the Prophet Muhammad knew that and he was an illiterate man, can read and can write, which pushes hundreds of Christians to convert to Islam. Another very great miracle. The God said in Surah Al-Najm, in chapter number 8, in verse number 45 and 46, and he created the 2 mates, the male and the female, from a sperm drop when it is emitted. And he created the 2 mates, the male and the female, from a sperm drop when it is emitted, which means that the God said that he created the 2 types, the male and the female, of the fetus, from the sperm of the man. The recent science proves that the sperm of the man controls the type of fetus, and there is no relationship between the egg of the woman and the type of fetus. There are 2 types of the sperm, feminine sperm and male sperm. If the feminine sperm fertilizes the egg, the fetus will be female. And if the male sperm fertilizes, the fetus will be female. How the Prophet Muhammad knew this very important fact. And it was well known from a few years that the egg of the woman controls the type of fetus, until the recent science came and prove the opposite of that, and the vice versa proof, and the sperm of the man controls the type of fetus, and there is no relationship between the egg of the woman and the type of fetus, which is equivalent to what the Holy Quran said from more than 1,500 years. And this very great miracle pushes hundreds of Christians to convert to Islam. Another very great miracle. The non-believers, the God said in Surah Al-An'am, in chapter number 8, in verse number 125, whoever Allah wants to guide him to Islam, he make his breast or his chest expands to contain Islam. And whoever Allah wants to misguide him, he make his chest or his breast tight tightened and constricted as though as he is climbing in the sky. This is an example for the people who don't want to believe. The people who don't want to convert to Islam. The God give an example for the people who don't want to convert to Islam as they are climbing in the sky and they feel suffocated and they feel their chest or their breasts are tight and constricted. Which means that the Holy Quran said for more than 1,500 years that the percentage of oxygen decreases in the upper layers of the sky. How the Prophet Muhammad knew that for more than 1,400 years, and he was an illiterate man, can read and can write. Great, very great miracle which pushes hundreds of Christians to convert to Islam. Another very great miracle. The non-believers said to the Prophet Muhammad, if you're really a prophet from God, split this moon for us into two parts and we will believe you and support you. He said to them, can you give me a charter, a strong promise about that? He said, yes, to give you a strong promise. He prayed to God and the moon has split it into two parts. He said to him, you charmed us with magic. This is magic. He said to them, why you broke your promises with me? I achieved what you want. They said, no, it is a magic. He said, okay, there are messengers, we come after 2 days, we can ask them if they saw, which he saw, this means that it is not a magic. He said, okay. They said, okay, because they know that the magic affect only the people in front of you, near of you, but that doesn't affect the people far away from you. And the messengers was about 100, more than 100 kilometers. The messengers came after 2 days and said, we saw a very strange thing. We saw that the moon has split it into two parts and he was astonished what is the matter. But the non-believers said to him, no, your magic is very strong. It goes for a long way. For that, the God settled down in Surah Al-Qamar in chapter number 27 in verse number 1 and 2. The last day has been soon and the moon has split it. And if they saw a great miracle, they don't believe. And they said it is a strong magic. And this is always the character of the non-believers. They ask for a great miracle, although they know that this man is a prophet, and then they cancel and broke their promises because they are arrogant. I hope you are not like these people. When the instruments dropped on the surface of the moon, they found a very long crack. The length of this crack is 125 kilometers, and the width of this crack is 1,500 meters, and the depth of this crack is 500 meters. They was astonished. What is the matter? They never saw a crack like this in the ground. They make studies about this crack. They found that this crack impossible to come as a result of earthquake or volcano or any another thing. And one of the scholars of NASA agency said that our studies proved that the moon has broken in the past and has then sealed another time, which prove without any doubt that the God has split the moon for his prophet for more than 1,400 years. And I will put under this video of the scholar of NASA agency. I will put under this video 8 great miracles provided with links to prove what I said. Another very great miracle. A big scholar called Masaru Emoto, non-Muslim Japanese scholar, made a great book called Message from Water about the incredible effect of reciting the Holy Quran on the water. He found many strange things. He found that after reciting the Quran on the water, the crystals start to move and they made very beautiful structures, geometric structures, flowers. He took images for this structure and put them in his book. And he makes studies about the benefits of the water and the structure of the water. After reciting the Quran, he found that the benefits of the water and the structure of the water is changed to be better and better in the treatment of many diseases. He wrote all that in his book, Message from Water. All these miracles, it drop in a big sea from hundreds and hundreds of miracles in the Quran and Sunnah, which pushes hundreds of Christians to convert to Islam every day. 50,000 Christians converted to Islam in Egypt every 1 year, and 5 Christians converted to Islam in Egypt every 1 hour because of these miracles. Now, if you don't want to believe until now that this Holy Quran is from God, I'm sorry to say to you that you are arrogant. Because if I told you to look at the sun in the sky and you told me that you don't see anything, this means that you are arrogant or are blind man. You have to know that the miracles in the Quran and Sunnah is stronger than the light of the sun in the sky. And you have to know that the Holy Quran, which contains all these miracles, said in Surah Ali Imran in chapter number 3 in verse number 85. Any person will accept any religion unless Islam will not be acceptable from him, and will be from the big losers in the last day. And the Prophet Muhammad said in the hadith, I swear with whom my soul is in his hand, any person hear about me, Jewish or Christian or any another religion, and don't believe me and don't believe the religion I came with, he will be one of the hell people. You will be one of the fire people if you don't convert to Islam. I made this video because I care about you. I afraid about you. I love you. I don't want you to fall in fire. You will fall in fire and you will never come out of it. Don't destroy yourself. Don't lose the paradise. You will fall in fire and you will never come out of it. You will cry in the last day, but you will not cry with blood, with tears. You will cry with blood, and you will blame yourself because you don't obey me. And you will hope to return to the life for 1 second to convert to Islam, but the time will be off and the door will be closed. No way. You will be one of the people fire. I have finished what I want to say. Drop under this video and read all the miracles which I have written and press the links. And after that, you don't have any excuse. And you will be the killer of yourself if you don't obey me and to convert to Islam.